Good morning and welcome. This is CRI Socials and I am Anuoluwapo Stevens. Or better still call me a social media butterfly. Now interestingly, hashtag Benue has still been trending as Benue State grapples with the aftermath of a wave of brutal massacre. President Bola Tinubu's planned visit, initially billed as a peace and condolence mission, has now sparked public backlash for what many see as an attempt to stage a political spectacle. So the visit comes amid a widespread grief and tension following deadly attacks in communities such as Yelewata, Agatu. Yet, preparations for the president's arrival today appears to prioritize optics over empathy. Now, in a circular dated 17th of June 2025, signed by Honorable Francis Ngutswen, the senior special assistant to the governor on Special Groups Mobilisation, he instructed pro-government groups, many of whom would be grieving or mourning loss of loved ones, to organize a colourful shoulder-to-shoulder spread procession in honor of our president's visits today. In fact, the government has even said that today is actually a public holiday for all of them in Benue State, and also to prepare for a colourful celebration, a parade for our president's arrival at Benue. So last night we saw a viral video of persons sent to clear the grasses in preparation of Tinubu's visit. Take a look.
Governor, when I feel Bapona Pagiri, Rumba Pagiri, Bagamba, he get two not to go president.
So there have been reactions and counter-reactions to this. I mean, 200 people lost their lives last week Friday and still counting. And the president wants to come visit you and you're clearing grasses, organizing colourful occasion. What's the need for that? Well, away from that, let's move over to see a couple of reactions and see what you have been saying concerning this trending report. We'll start off with this user who reacted on social media. If we could have the tweet. Okay, well, anyway, we'll move over to our second. Now, still staying in Benue State, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has given possible reasons for the repeated violent attacks in Benue State. Now, speaking during a meeting with traditional rulers in Makurdi in the state capital yesterday, the Army Chief has this to say. Take a look.
Now, from my own view, what I have observed, two basic things, or three basic things. One, issue of land, indigenous, non-indigenous, critical, which is political. That is supposed to be sorted out politically. Secondly, the issue of the movement of animals. I have told people over time that when they say farmer headers clash, clash means two things are moving. But if a farm is standing and an animal comes in, it's not a clash. It's somebody entering somebody's property. So we must find solutions to how, which means if the animals don't move, we don't have issues. Now again, because of that, again, we have issues of rustling of animals. Which means if we don't even rustle animals again that are moving, again, there won't be most of this problem happening. So those are the three critical aspects that we must be able to address clearly. And like I said, most of it is political solution that needs to come into it. Because it's not what the military can solve. What we can stop is to try and stop people from hitting each other.
Okay, so you heard it loud and clear. It's left for the federal government to key into a couple of solutions provided by Mr. Fa. Now let's move over to reactions on the story, yes, by General Christopher Musa. We start off with this user who says, wow, this is another proof that these atrocities are not stopped any time soon, because those that are saddled with the responsibility of getting and persecuting and also stopping it are basically giving lousy explanations why they can't do their jobs. Another user responding, criminalize open grazing if you can, then provide ranches for all cattle rearers. Nobody will fight anybody again over cows. Josh has that to say on Instagram. Well, still staying on the story, we move over to other thoughts. This one wrote, from his own view, not from investigation. So no investigation because such investigation is already compromised. Well, away from that, we move over to another interesting story where yesterday we saw the Minister of Interior, Dr. Olugbumi Tunji-Ojo, has warned that killing one terrorist is futile if the country's border remains porous, as dozens more will simply flood in. The minister made the remarks during a public speech, a video of which we actually saw yesterday. He laid bare the severe funding gap facing the Nigerian Immigration Service and the broader security architecture. Let's take a look.
If you look at the 2025 budget, how much do you even have for border security? That's the truth. The whole budget of Nigerian Immigration Service is less than, I think it's about, the capital budget is less than 10 billion or something, naira. And you want to protect 4,024 square kilometers of our border space. Are we joking? One, you kill one terrorist and the border is porous, 20 will come in, and the military are challenged. So for us, we need to be very realistic with ourselves. Do we want a system that works? Or we just want to play, to the gallery. We have some of the most brilliant people in our DSS. We have our NIA doing fantastically well. You can see the kind of leadership that the NSA is providing.
Interesting. Now let's see tweets and reactions to the story. We'll start off with this one who says, I agree with most of his points, but I wish he did also discuss customs income and how it is utilized. I am genuinely curious to know more. Pharaoh King in on Instagram. This one also says, he is seeking additional budget funds for his ministry, sounding like he's fighting for a cause, yet unwittingly highlighting his ministry's under-budget struggles. Well, still on the story, we'll move over to another reaction from this social media user, Wales, who says, increase the budget and watch how the security situation gets worse. These guys are just a loudmouth for nothing. They are thieves. Now that's according to Wills on Instagram. Now still TMI socials this morning, we move over. Well, remember a couple of weeks ago we saw a viral video from the pastor of House on the Rock Church, Pastor Paul Adefarasin. He trended a couple of weeks ago where he pointed out something that looks like a gun and got a lot of social media users talking. But now to let you know that the pastor has reported himself to the Lagos State Police Command in Ikeja after a viral video surfaced showing him holding a gun-like object while driving an unregistered vehicle. Although the object in the video appears to resemble a firearm, Adefarasin denied that it was not a gun, but he also declined to clarify what the object actually was. Now, in a statement yesterday, the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer, Benjamin Herndine, confirmed that the pastor voluntarily presented himself at the command headquarters and he's currently been questioned by detectives investigating the matter. So after the questioning and all, here's what the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer had to say on X. If we could have the tweet on the reaction. Now let's move over and see that tweet. So the Lagos State Police Command says, what was recovered from him, the gun-like object seen in the viral video, is not a lethal weapon or firearm, but a stun gun, which is prohibited anti-riot equipment. The pastor has been granted bail while investigations continue into the case. Now, in case you've forgotten the video that went viral a couple of weeks ago, let's have the feel.
Boss. Sorry.
Our respondent says, we all know that was not a gun, but the people fighting against the church will always look for something to bring down pastors. Another user respondent says, who is investigating all the headsmen walking up and down in the country with AK-47 rifles that they say they are using to protect their cows? This country is... Okay, it's not a joke. Another user, moving over to another reaction. Well, just in case you don't know what a stun gun is, the Lagos State Police Command has already confirmed that it's not a gun, but it's a stun gun. So a stun gun, also known as an electroshock weapon or conducted electrical weapon, is a handheld device designed to incapacitate a person by delivering an electric shock The device works by using electrical currents to disrupt the body's muscular control, causing temporary pain, muscle contraction, and disorientation. Stun guns typically consist of a power source, usually batteries, an electrical circuit, and electrodes. Now, it reminds me of my secondary school days there. But anyway, we move over to another viral video. Now, this time around, a video showing female students of Olabisi Onabanjo University being checked for underwears before entering the examination hall has sparked widespread criticism online and of course on the campus as well. So the video, which surfaced yesterday, captures female students standing in queues at the university's main campus while unidentified officials appear to be inspecting whether they were putting on bras before going into the building or not. Now let's have a feel of the video. So there you have it. If you're not having your inner iron, you might as well walk out and don't come into the school premises at all. How did you take this online? We start off with Manny, who said, Ogun State people know they disappoint. Which one be shenanigans? When it changed from shenanigans? English is hard. Come on, English is not our own dialect now. What are you saying? Well, this user says, nice one. We need to go back to morals. Tell me about it. Another user on X still responding to the story. Foolishness of the highest order. These places are not universities. They are third world degree marketing institutions. Okay. Well, still on this one, this user says, it's a right step. It's called a school. Here you are taught how to not only read and write, but morals as well. Well, is that all we have on the story? Okay, so I think that's all we have on the story. Interesting one. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I am Ngutswen Stevens. And of course, from all of us on this morning on ITV, Lagos, Abuja, and right here in Edo State, to have yourself a great day ahead, and please stay safe.